Have you ever wondered what daily wet food feeding is quietly doing to your cat over time? Most owners focus on hydration and nutrition benefits, but what happens inside their body in the long run is something rarely explained in detail. It changes how the body handles nutrition, how fluid balance is managed, and how internal functions adjust over time. It also influences daily patterns such as eating behavior, energy output, and physical response. These effects are gradual and depend on long-term feeding consistency. The next section explains what these changes involve in detail. Number 1. Hydration levels. Why does your cat seem so uninterested in their water bowl, even when you buy them an expensive fountain? Their desert ancestors survived by extracting moisture directly from their prey, leaving modern felines with a very low natural thirst drive. Dry kibble contains only about 10% moisture, which forces their body to work in a constant state of mild dehydration. When you feed them wet food daily, you instantly mimic nature with a rich 75% to 80% water content, according to research from the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery. This simple dietary shift lightens the heavy workload on their kidneys. It actively dilutes their urine, quietly protecting them from painful stones and urinary blockages. By placing moisture directly into their meals, you heal a silent vulnerability they cannot fix on their own. This foundational change supports their inside organs, creating a healthy balance that affects how their body manages weight. Number 2. Weight management. Imagine watching your cat move with a lighter, more playful energy just weeks from now. Many owners do not realize that standard dry food often packs 40% carbohydrate content or more. As obligate carnivores, felines lack the digestive enzymes to process these heavy starches, storing them as excess fat instead. Switching to a daily wet food diet provides them with high protein and minimal carbs. A study by the Waltham Center for Pet Nutrition shows that this high moisture volume fills their stomach much faster with fewer calories. Your cat feels genuinely satisfied while their body naturally sheds unnecessary weight. If you want to keep learning how to protect your pet, please take a quick moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Nurturing their health creates a beautiful transformation that soon shows on the very surface of their body. Number 3. Coat quality. You run your fingers through your cat's fur and notice a rough, brittle texture, along with tiny flakes of dry skin. This dullness is not just a cosmetic issue, it is a quiet cry from an undernourished system. Dry kibble undergoes intense high-temperature processing, which destroys many delicate natural nutrients. Daily wet food provides raw animal proteins and essential fats in their most natural, undamaged form. The Journal of Nutritional Science notes that these specific fatty acids directly feed the skin barrier. Within a few weeks, you will witness a dramatic reduction in shedding as the hair follicles strengthen. A soft, glossy coat is simply the outward reflection of a thriving, hydrated body. This inner comfort deeply changes how they feel, which directly shapes their daily behavior around the food bowl. Number 4. Food behavior. Many experts recommend leaving dry food out all day, yet this constant access often turns cats into anxious, obsessive eaters. Felines on dry diets tend to eat quickly and beg constantly because starch-heavy kibble digests too fast to signal the brain that they are full. Rich wet food provides a high protein density that satisfies true biological hunger while the water volume physically stretches the stomach. This physical expansion triggers the natural release of satiety hormones, according to the Journal of Veterinary Behavior. Your cat finally steps away from the bowl feeling peaceful, freed from the constant urge to hunt for scraps. For households with multiple pets or cats with a stressful past, combining this wet food with a food puzzle toy adds a wonderful layer of mental calm. Once their emotional relationship with food heals, your main responsibility shifts to keeping their meals safe and fresh. Number 5. Bacterial risk. Leaving an unfinished bowl of wet food out on the floor can turn your kitchen into a breeding ground for dangerous bacteria in just a couple of hours. because of its high moisture content. Canned food spoils incredibly fast at room temperature. The safe rule is simple: never leave it out in the open air for more than 2 hours. Any remaining food inside the open can must be tightly sealed, stored in the refrigerator, and completely used within 48 hours. However, you should never serve this leftover meal chilly straight from the fridge. Cold food suppresses the natural aromas that simulate the warmth of fresh prey, which can confuse your cat's wild instincts and cause them to reject the meal. Warming it gently using hot water or a quick microwave second unlocks the scent, enticing their senses and ensuring every single bite remains a safe, deeply comforting ritual. Most owners never realize how much influence daily feeding actually has. It quietly shapes not just physical health, but also emotional stability and daily behavior patterns. Your cat may not show gratitude in words, but they show it in how they relax around you, in how they trust you without hesitation. And that trust is the real outcome behind everything you've seen. If you found this meaningful, like the video and subscribe for more animal psychology content.